I told myself I've got to do without him. There he goes, as usual, my man, tearing my fart apart. He's made my life a mess. I've got to do this, I guess. Goodbye, Joe. From here I kiss you. Goodbye, Joe. I hope I don't miss you. If you had been on the square and had treated me fair and we not had a tiff, if you had not said I should go and jump right off the nearest cliff, if you have stayed off the Macon and never had taken to coming home stiff, if I had not smelled perfume with the nasty unfamiliar whiff, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Things could have been terrific. Ah, what's the diff? If the best years of my life were spent as your wife with no marriage certif, if you were not such a two-timing guy, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, but you were and you have and you went and you did. And so goodbye. If I had not seen you take Geraldine on the lake in your flat-bottomed skiff, if I had not bounded with Sue with your arms around her bare midriff, if you did not pen 6 letters to Gwen in your own hieroglyphs, if I'm gonna miss you, baby. Things could have been terrific. Ah, what's the diff? If the best years of my life weren't spent as your wife with no marriage certif, if you were not such a two-timing guy, if you weren't. If you hadn't. If you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, but you had and you coulda and you didn't and you shoulda, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, you were and you have and you went and you did, and so goodbye. See you later, Joe.
Hey Billy, my baby, hey kid, look at me. It's clear you've got your mother's eyes, but who do they see? The nurse just called me father. Well, hell, I guess that's what I am. But what makes her think I'm a family man? Those fathers of fathers, fathers of mothers, what man can measure their worth? The commonest of pleasures, why should it be a thing that measures? That I walked the face of this earth.
My children, I miss you. How much you can't know. I laughed with you, I cried with you, helped each of you grow. I kissed you every bedtime, your laughter woke me every dawn. Then one day I woke and you'd grown and gone. Those fathers of fathers, fathers of mothers, strange how kids measure your worth. They're here and then they scatter, but in some way they make it matter that I walked the face of this earth.
Hey Father, I love you. I hope you'll pull through. You cared for me. It's my turn now to take care of you. I've tried to show my children the kind of strength you showed to me. I feel such a longing to be a son. Instead, now I'm one of those
Fathers of fathers, fathers of mothers. What man can say what it's worth? The commonest of pleasures, why should it be a thing that measures that I walked the face of this earth?
When there's no one, there is darkness. All the light that used to shine, that once was mine, no longer glows, and there is no sun. When there's no when the song dies, there is silence. When the tune that filled my days no longer plays, the room is still, and there are long sighs. When the song dies, was I so foolish to think I could pray when there's only one chance I can save you? I gave you life, I can take it away. Let the shadows come down like a knife. But when I am all alone, will I cry, Carrie? Oh, my Carrie. Who will hold me when there's no one? When the smiles I used to see are not for me, what will I do? Nobody's told me. Who will hold me? There is no sun when there's no one.
Then you go
downtown, where the folks are broke. You go downtown, where your life's a joke. You go downtown, where you buy your token. You go home to Skid Row, home to Skid Row.
Yes, you go
Downtown, where the cabs don't stop. Downtown,
Where the food is slop.
downtown, where the hotbeds flop in the snow. Down on Skid Row. Uptown you cater to a million jerks. Uptown your messengers and errand clerks. Eating all your lunches at the hot dog carts. The buses take your money and they break your hearts. And uptown you cater to a million whores. And disinfect your rats all on the bathroom floors. Morning tribulation after a curse. And 5 o'clock is even worse.
That's when you go
Downtown, where the guys are drips. Downtown, where they rip your slips. Downtown, where relationships are no go. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row.
poor. All my life I've always been poor. I keep asking God what I'm for, and he tells me, gee, I'm not sure. Sweep that floor, kiddo. I started life as an orphan, child of the street, here on Skid Row. He took me and gave me shelter, a bed, crust of bread, and a job. Treats me like dirt, calls me a slob, which I am. So I live. That's your home address, you live. When your life's a mess, you live. Where depression's just status quo. Someone show me a way to get out of here, 'cause I constantly pray I'll get out of here. Please won't somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone give me my shot or I'll rot here. Someone show me how and I will. I'll get out of here. I'll start climbing uphill and get out of here. Please won't somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone tell Lady Luck that I'm stuck here. Gee, it sure would be swell to get out of here. Bid the God a farewell to get out of here. I'd move heaven and hell to get out of Skid. I don't know what to get out of Skid, but a hell of a lot to get out of Skid. People tell me there's not a way out of Skid, but believe me, I gotta get out of Skid Row.
There are some people who say that writing stories or composing music or dancing sparkly dances comes easy to them. Nothing interferes with their ability to create. While I celebrate their creative spirit, part of me just wants to punch those motherfuckers in the teeth. I sing this song for you guys and for all the rest of us. Help me out, y'all.
We'll sing back up.
You have a story to tell, a novel you hid in a drawer.
Old sock drawer.
You have a painting to paint, but you're lazy like an old French horse.
Yes, sweet whore.
You have a movie to make, shrinky dinks you could bake, but you best grab a steak, 'cause in sweep the vampires, in creep the vampires, knee deep in vampires, filling you with now insecurity about what your art should be. In sweep the vampires, die vampire.
You sketched that turtle you saw in an ad on late night cable TV.
Tippy turtle.
But your 4th grade teacher said
You can't draw.
Oh, those vampires won't let you be.
Fuck you,
Miss Johnson.
Word. And when they come run like hell, see those bats in the belfry, best call on Van Helsing. In a swoosh,
Vampires,
in a whoosh,
vampires,
Baba Ganoush.
the vampires.
Filling you with hopes of
Consciousness,
feelings of
worthlessness,
they'll make you
second guess,
die vampire. There are so many vampires inside, outside, nationwide. It helps you recognize them with this vampire hunting guide.
Listen up, my children. A vampire is any person or thought or feeling that stands between you and your creative self-expression. They can assume many seductive forms. Here's a few of them.
Tell us, Anna.
First up are your pygmy vampires. They'll swarm around you like gnats and say things like,
Your teeth need whitening.
You went to state school.
You sound weird.
Shakespeare.
Sondheim.
and Sedaris.
did it before you and better than you. Or they might say, you are not good enough to sing in a musical. Or they might say,
Ooh, you sound derivative. Ooh, you sound derivative. Ooh, you sound derivative.
to keep that song from you. Tell them,
Vampire die.
Friends, next up is the air freshener vampire. It may look like, oh, I don't know, a tiny precious moments angel with a little can of Febreze in its tiny ceramic hand. But do not be fooled. If the air freshener vampire smells something unpleasant in what you're creating, it will urge you to clean it up and clean it out. The air freshener vampire does not want you to write about
Bad language.
Blood.
or blowjobs.
So, once you clean it up and clean it out, you'll be left with 2 tight paragraphs on kittens that your Mima would just be so proud of. And so you look that vampire in its doe-eyed, sweet-cheeked, judgy fucking face and you say,
Morte vampire, morte.
The last vampire is the mother of all vampires, and that is the vampire of despair. It'll wake you up at 4 a.m. to say things like,
nobody cares what you think.
You look like a fool.
No matter how hard you try, you'll never be good enough.
why is it if some dude came up to me on a subway platform and said these things to me, I think he was a mentally ill asshole. But if the vampire inside my head says it, it's the voice of reason.
You have a story to tell. Pull your novel out of that sock drawer.
You have a painting to paint, you best paint it and then paint some more.
Oh, baby, you must escape, then grab it by the nape of the neck, by the trachea. Fucking break it, go on, drive a stake in ya, there's no mistaking. Now you're chicken bacon.
Die, vampire. I said die, vampire. I said now die, vampire, die. Hidden by the vampires, oh my, the vampires then die. The vampires filling you with life, creativity, all that your art should be out. Go the vampires, die, vampire, die, vampire, die, vampire, die.
Bob's at work. Kathy's at school. I'm home alone. Stare at the pool. Eyes start to glaze. I'm off caffeine to beat malaise. I think I'll clean. Dust the pictures on the wall, get in close, inspect the faces. That doesn't look like me at all. Oh my goodness, Kathy's braces. I remember taking this back in '92. I'm all aglow because
Bob is giving me a kiss. That's how I know how long ago it was. Oh. I take deep breaths, I suffocate. My house dress hurts, my hands grow pink. I try to move, I feel the weight. I head towards the kitchen, pour the sink. The cabinet underneath, I grab the bottle, fingers shake. My hands grow pink. I pulse, I quake. In the bucket, I pour the liquid in the bucket. I feel the move, I taste it, suck it. In my lungs it feels like whoa. In my lungs it starts real slow and then grow. Grow, 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 grow. Oh, oh, ammonia, how you take the stain away. Ammonia, how you take the pain away. Oh, oh, ammonia. Oh, oh, suddenly I'm laughing and I'm flying. And suddenly I am no longer crying. Oh, oh, ammonia. Yeah! Get a little bit comfortable now. Off comes the dress, unhook my bra, take a window look at the curtain, yeah. That milkman likes what he just saw. I breathe in, I breathe in, I breathe in. I don't have a kid, don't have a spouse. I breathe in, I breathe in, I breathe in. Oh shit, I love to clean the house. Oh, oh, ammonia, how you take the stain away. Oh, ammonia, how you take the pain away. Oh, oh, ammonia. My daughter used to love me, she doesn't anymore. I wish she could see me right here, naked on the floor. I'd make her look me in the eyes, and I'd give her this advice. Every time you make a compromise, it comes at quite a price. It sneaks up on you in the dark, and it always leaves a mark. And no, ammonia doesn't take the stain away. It really doesn't take the pain away. Oh, oh, ammonia, oh, oh, it really isn't genuine elation, just temporary sweet alleviation. Oh, oh, ammonia, oh, oh, breathe it in as hard as I can muster, and suddenly I'll start to feel the luster. Oh, oh, ammonia, oh, oh, da 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 da. Oh, ammonia. Bob just got home. Kathy too. My day was fine. And how are you? I put back the bottle, but I feel no sorrow. 'Cause ammonia, I'll see ya tomorrow. Oh.